going to link an article from Beyond Nuclear about thyroid cancer in Japan, related to the Fukushima Daiichi accident 10 years ago. This is a long story because the initial news, the media that people were exposed to, was really downplaying this. And underneath that thread was conversations about changes in diagnosing cancer or thyroid cancers. Subtle changes, lots of rumblings in the news about that, and people protesting or why the changes and questioning it. But the bottom line is those changes were to create a noise in the system more than anything else. A noise in your thought process, a question in your mind. So if you go look for the cause of thyroid cancers, you get ambiguous, we don't know. Well, we do know. One of the causes of thyroid cancer is radioactive releases from commercial or military activities. It really isn't a question. Well, it is a question of how much, specifically iodine, 131, a radioactive isotope of the iodine atom, which is a good atom. We actually need micro amounts. We have to have micro amounts of iodine in our body because our thyroid uses it. You put this other iodine, 131, an isotope with a short decay life, right next to your thyroid, and you should think about it a little bit. Or not think about it at all because it's creepy, scary, and it happens. But the challenge is, and you'll see it in this article, is these numbers. When you get down into the numbers, 100% increase in this cancer rate, this thyroid cancer rate, is only a few dozen children in this case, in this example, in this data study set of statistics that is now spanning 5 different studies over the years. So they did find an increase in thyroid cancers. But when you look at that, 24 cancers, thyroid cancers, or whatever the numbers you find in the article are, all of a sudden it doesn't seem that significant. You can set it aside, but those thyroid cancers cost lives. They cost money, they cost time, they cause grief, anxieties, and could be preventable. Now, this goes back to this conversations on nuclear itself and building distrust and questions in everything that you understand that there is a risk, a harm in this. And yet you can't put the pieces together. While we have people that have been well paid to put these pieces together. So that's our Department of Energy is going full blast ahead on these nuclear reactors with no thoughts, no concerns, no worries about having an educated population that understands what these conversations are, that presents reasonable evidence that they've got a good idea, that the prior waste of this industry won't be ignored, won't be shuffled off to poor Indian reservations and left to downwinders to worry about, like St. Louis landfill. Just one more mark on our lands. So I'll put the link in. Peace out.